Twisted Sister is reuniting after promising they were done for good just a mere 9 years ago, which just goes to show nobody retires these days. Dee Snider says it's not about the money. So I got my buddy Patrick here to discuss. Is it about the money or not?
The hair metal guru from Warren to Crew. The hair metal guru. Never forget Charlie too.
Welcome to the Hair Metal Guru. My name is Anthony. They call me the Guru, and Patrick is here today because we got to discuss the hard-hitting news in the hair metal world. And yes, Twisted Sister, after promising they wouldn't, is reuniting. Patrick, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for having Charlie.
Yeah, here's Charlie. You got big boobies. That's right. You got 8 of them. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna state nobody fucking retires. I wouldn't be surprised if Kiss fucking comes back, and which they
are
did many times, and they are playing this Vegas thing, but every now and then you kind of go, wow, maybe it's for real this time. But Motley, Twisted, everybody else. So I don't know. I'm starting to get so used to it and so numb to it that it's just like, yeah, of course they're getting back together. So what do you think? Is it a cash grab, or what do you think about the Twisted Sister reunion?
Well, Dee said on Eddie Trunk that, the offers were getting to the point where you just couldn't say no.
Yeah.
And so I guess that just shows that money talks and bullshit walks, because, they made it so emphatic. We're not coming back. I'm not putting on the makeup. I mean, Dee even went so far as to say, well, I'm going to be 68 or 69. I can't run around like that. I can't put on the performance that goes with Twisted Sister.
Yep.
Well, you just toured for all summer with Bret Michaels on his little Mardi Gras bullshit. So it's just, it loses some luster with me for that exact reason.
And yeah. And I'm like, again, as a capitalist, whatever, you can choose to say, you know what? I fucking believed you were retired. I'm not going. Some people are going to choose to do that, but probably a lot of people aren't, where I want people's words to mean something. If you make a promise to me, I want to believe you are telling the truth. So, does it hurt me in the slightest that Twisted Sister is coming back? No. But don't you at some point go, you know what? This makes me look like I don't have any integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And
it definitely does.
Yeah. And I feel like your integrity, your word is your bond. Now, if you're looking at your bank account and all of a sudden you're seeing it's pretty small, suddenly your word can kind of go out the door and you're like, fucking A, I could use a paycheck. So I don't know where those guys stand financially. I'm sure they probably aren't broke, but they're probably not multi-millionaires. Maybe Dee is. Dee, I think, wrote most of the songs. He probably got most of the publishing. I think he may have sold his publishing.
He did.
And probably made a good chunk of change. But, if you haven't played as Twisted Sister for 9 fucking years, you go through a lot of money in 9 years. Obviously he's making some money. He went out and did shit with Bret Michaels. But to ask yourself this, hey, could you quit Charlie? Holy shit. Could you just fucking haywire down here?
That's chaos.
If you were like, you know what? I'm going to retire from my job for 9 years. I don't know, however much money you make, you're going to go through a lot of expenditures in 9 years. So it doesn't surprise me that people get back together for the money. But again, then you should just not say, We are done. We are never getting back together. You should say, you know what? I don't know if we're going to get back together. This is going to be the last time for a while. Then at least you're not going back on your word because I don't like it when people go back on their word.
There's a lot of people on X who've had the reaction of, wow, we just lost Ozzy. We should be grateful that D and company are coming out on the road and they're going to come play for us and all this stuff. And while they still can, I think it speaks a lot of volumes that Marco Mendoza isn't going to be there.
Right.
And I know that D said there's some irreconcilable differences there. At the core of most irreconcilable differences is money. So I'm sure there's probably some money component to this whole thing. And let's be real, money drives the world. So this is,
Sure.
in my opinion, this is an economic reason they're coming back. It's good money. They still can. They'll go out and play the hits. I don't know if he's still going to dress up or if he's going to go out like he was with Bret Michaels and jeans and a t-shirt and just go out there and go through the motions. But
I
I don't think Twisted fans would really care.
yeah, I do think he'll dress up. He's, and he'll try to give people what they experienced in the 80s. He did say, I saw in his interview, he's like, the guy's in good shape. I mean, when you saw him, I mean, the guy has abs and he was like in his 60s. He's like, "Do you know how hard it is to keep that up?" And believe it or not, like I can relate because there was a period about 7, 8 years ago where I was like, I'm gonna get fucking abs. And how you have to eat and all that shit is it sucks. It is not fun. So now I don't have abs. But he's like, you know what? It was hard to do, and that's one of the reasons they retired. But now he's like saying, I want to see if I can do it one more time. So he's 70 years old. So I'm sure he's like, I got a year to get into good shape, and I'm sure they're gonna put the makeup on and try to relive the 80s. And there's the part of me that I get it. Who wants to be you go your whole life and you're known as fucking that's D. Snyder from Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah,
And when you retire, it's like I'm no longer, I'm the guy formerly of Twisted Sister. I want everybody to look at me and go, "Wow, look at that guy. Look what he's." So I get it. Like there will come a time where you and I don't do this anymore.
right.
For whatever reason. Hopefully that's not for a long time. But I bet when that happens, we go, shit, man. I I miss doing that. I'd like to do that again.
We're reuniting.
So Patrick and I are getting the band back together. So
Right.
I do get it, and I can't say that I never saw Twisted Sister.
Nope.
They never
Never
came
did.
around Fargo, or at least not whenever I was available to go. So I can't say that I wouldn't go. I'll just say this, I'm slightly bothered that they're going back on their word, but I also understand, and then I'll say that, and sorry, I'm kind of dominating here, but I, maybe they thought they really were done. Like have you ever like broken up with a girlfriend and then 2 years later you're like, fuck. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe I like who hasn't fucking done that? And maybe you're like, I'd like to give it one more spin, if you know what I'm saying. Um, so I kind of get it. I'm kind of disappointed, and I kind of understand if that makes sense. Go ahead, Patrick. Of
I just I feel bad for the people that went to the final show because I'm sure they paid like a premium for those tickets.
course.
And so, it's no different than Motley having that last concert at the Forum in LA, and where and charging huge amounts of money for tickets, and then 5 years later they're back on the fucking road. So this kind of burns, I'm sure, for some of the fans, but I guess if it was the greatest band in the world that I loved was doing it, and they could do no wrong in my book, I'd probably be front row. So.
Yeah. Eh,
I don't know that I don't know that I'm not the hugest Twisted Sister fan, but I do like Love Is for Suckers. That's
yeah.
for BK. And that was probably my favorite record of Twisted Sister, and it was more of a Dee Snider solo record than anything. So um, I hope that they play some rare stuff and make it worth people's time.
Sure. And he's talking about like, yeah, he was playing 4 songs with Brett Michaels on the Party Gras shit. And he's like, like we got to prepare to do 18 songs. So yeah, I hope they do something, pick out some deep cuts or whatever. I liked the Widowmaker shit that he did.
Oh,
Uh,
both albums were great.
yeah, that was some good stuff. And D has long been a champion for this kind of music, so I appreciate his dedication to the scene and the bands, and it's 50 years. So fuck it, go out. If you want to go see it, I'm not saying don't go see it. I'm not saying that I hate him. I'm just there's this little part of me that goes, oh well, yeah, like you said. Well, what about all the fans that fucking paid thinking that was it? And now you're gonna make him do it again.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
is it all about the money? I'm sure it's all about the money. Because like he said, yeah, the offers were but
Just too good.
hey, if somebody wants to pay me to do this shit, fucking I am for sale. All right. Unfortunately, it's kind of too bad. So hey, let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think of the are you sick of bands going back on their word? Are you kind of like me and you just automatically assume that nobody is going to retire? Tell us what you think in the comments. Patrick, thanks for coming on to talk about the Twisted Sister reunion and the money grab that we probably think it is.
I
Oh,
agree. If they want to pay you, they can pay me too.
all right. All right. Hey, like,
Best channel
subscribe.
on YouTube.
There you go. Like, subscribe. What the hell? Ring the bell. And hey, whatever you can do to support the channel and D. Snyder, apparently. I just appreciate you being here. Until the next video comes out, my name is Anthony. That's Colonel Patrick. They call me the Guru. Hey, take care of yourselves.